Hi, my name's Jeremy Simpson and I'm from Murray Bridge TV. With only 4 days to go to the closing of the council elections, we've dropped in on mayoral candidate Mr. Patrick Secker. Patrick and his wife have been long-term residents of Murray Bridge. Patrick has been a former federal MP for the district of Barker and has been on the council in the Mount Barker area. He comes with a long list of credentials and we'll be exploring these and asking Patrick about his aspirations for the next 4 years. Firstly, Patrick, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. This is your first campaign for the top council appointment. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the qualities you'll bring, given the great opportunity to become our mayor?
Yeah, thank you, Jeremy. I've had 26 years in public life at both a federal and a state level. So I think I've got some pretty wide experience in that area to bring to council. I have an economics degree. I've been in business for near on 40 years. So I think I can understand how the business person in the street, if they have problems and what we can do to help them. But certainly in some of the positions that I had at a federal level, including opposition whip and deputy speaker, I think gives me a good grounding in the ability to actually help people and council make the right decisions.
Having been a local business owner yourself, are there any improvements in the way our council can support local businesses, manage the sustainable growth of our services and grow the town over the next 4 years?
It's a good question, Jeremy, and I think one of the things that I've been hearing from speaking with the various businesses in Murray Bridge is they are really concerned about the red tape, how long it takes to get planning approval, and I see no reason why council has to take so long. You know, I was part of another council where often planning decisions came within a week if it complied with all the conditions that were set down by council. So we just have to be positive with business to make sure that they can employ the people who live and breathe in Murray Bridge.
Lou and nursing home, obviously an issue affecting our older generation. What can you add to the current debate that surrounds this public facility?
Well, I've taken a very big interest in this. I've been to 3 of the meetings with Lewin that the council have put on to consult with the community, and I think there is no appetite at all for selling Lewin. I believe it should stay in local hands because the community built it and they need to ensure that we keep it on board. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't be looking about our long-term future. There will probably be a need for an expansion in the not too distant future, and of course council has to work out which is the best way to make that happen. Now, if we have to go further in the debt, I think that is something that council will have to seriously think about.
I would like to touch on the subject of transparency, community consultation and the wider question of communication within our community. What are your views on this subject and how can we improve the conversation between the council and the community?
Well, my 26 years in public life shows that I'm very transparent. You can't avoid proper transparency if you're willing to do a good job. Now, I believe council can consult better. In fact, I've always been a great believer in the idea that you can't have too much consultation with the community. And that has to be genuine consultation and making sure that people get every chance to bring up whatever ideas they might have. The fact is we can, there is definitely ways of using social media that can actually help council to better consult with the community, and that's a very easy way for many people to use.
Sturt Reserve, a proud part of the Murray Bridge landscape and a subject I'm sure is close to your heart. How can you see the space being used to its potential and what are your views on tourism in Murray Bridge?
Well, of course it's very close to my heart. I look over Sturt Reserve from my balcony and I love it. And I love it when I see things like the Pellepri happening or the River Ramble, you know, things of activity where locals and more importantly people coming into our community as tourists, spending their money here and providing the jobs that are very important for our local community. So I believe we can use it more through lots of well-structured events.
What do you hope to have achieved by the end of your first term as Mayor in 2018?
It might seem boring to some people, but I actually believe that we need to balance the budget and make sure that our debt levels are at a sustainable level. That's very important for our future, that we have a sustainable budget and sustainable spending, and making sure that we spend ratepayers' money wisely and carefully. Now, that's just one part. I think it's very important that we do our best to make sure that the racecourse development goes ahead, because so many other things can follow from that racecourse development. It'll help sporting clubs, it'll help us with possible new shopping ventures such as a Harvey Norman. So yeah, it's very important as a key factor for our future. But of course, you know, I'd like to make sure that we make better use of the Sturt Reserve, our tourism potential and our business potential. Those are key matters for the council to make sure that we can improve on all those areas.
Thank you, Patrick Secker, for talking to Murray Bridge TV. How can the public get in touch with you if they have any questions or concerns, and how can they see more about your campaign to become Mayor?
Well, very simply, my mobile phone number, which is probably the easiest one to contact me on, is 042 88 88 110. So it's a pretty easy number to remember. My email address is Patrick Secker, all one word lowercase, @bigpond.com, and of course my Facebook page.